forget that I can look through
Fucking
keyholes.
fuck.
My god, these lines. I just want to see if I can get to the level without being detected yet.
Solitary wing is off limits.
Alright, see, is Buddy walking back? Yeah, Buddy's starting to walk back. Okay.
Must be
Because if they can't see that Buddy, we're good.
1 week's notice.
Ooh, we're gonna eat this whole can of jellied eels. Pratchett, I'm pretty sure, straight up is a reference to the fact that the developers joked about this kind of being like really fucked up Discworld, which I love as a setting. There we go. More fucked up in some ways. Does Discworld have fucked up whales? Where like all of the whales have different anatomy than one another? We're not gonna get to that level for a while, but it's a really good one. Like Discworld, but you don't get the joke? Yeah. There we go.
Tomorrow will be restricted to the personnel.
Like Discworld, but it's somehow worse English. Which actually, yeah, that's what this is. Yeah. Alright, we do not want to hit that switch because we don't actually need to use it. We don't actually need to use it. Because I love finding how many different ways you can navigate these levels. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. It's not like 2 approaches, there's usually like 5. So. And this is like one of the few levels where the pipes you can climb are clearly marked red. Okay, there's one guy there. And one guy here. Whoa, hello. That works.
Stupid god.
Whoa. This is awkward. You'd hear me jumping, right? Like, they're so quietly landing on a pipe. Oh, there we go. Oh my god, that's everybody in the prison taken care of without a single noise and without a single kill. Without even really thinking about it. It's a good sign. I don't even know why I'm eating everything at this point, if I'm being honest, though. Alright. It's very easy to get detected here and ruin your ghost run. There's a bunch of dudes on the hill. But I think I got it so they won't see me. Yeah, I got it. Alright. Yeah, so my headcanon is guards spot you immediately and she say must have been nothing because better to be stealth Kato than the royal protector thinking he has to go loud. Yes! Especially when the more you learn about Corvo, the more you're like, oh. Well, there's actually like one kind of fucked up interpretation. We're not going to get there yet. I think you find out more about this in the second game. You have escaped Coldridge Prison with the help of hidden allies. If you can reach the Wrenhaven River, they promise to aid you in your next move. Which is that Corvo was recruited from his home country, which is Serkanos. All the countries in this game also are like...
explosive to blast his way out. That doesn't happen.
Hold on. Corvo, if you're reading this, it means our plan has worked and you are broken free from Coldridge. One of our contacts has hidden weapons for you somewhere deeper in the sewers. Grab the gear and find Samuel where these tunnels dump out into the river. He'll bring you to us. A friend will meet you soon. All right. So, like, this is... Bristol is very the UK. Serkanos, from my understanding, is the Mediterranean.
If we're lucky.
And you were recruited as the Corvo, as the body, oh my god, Lord Protector as the bodyguard for the Empress. When you were like 17, so like a kid, basically. And from there, implied to then have become kind of her concubine or relationship, which is kind of screwed up. If you think about it a little bit, you might have totally just been a kid, kind of, and recruited specifically because you're so good at murder well before the plot required you to murder. Oh, hello. Damien's journal. Amanda and I only had enough coin to buy half the elixir we needed. Even that's gone, all gone now. And there's nothing we can do but wait. We're very sick and there's no place above to hide from the city watch. They're breaking into houses all over our district, so we'll stay here and share our last hours together. Our fire will keep the rats away, but they'll inherit the city. Oh. Oh, I'm not touching the corpses. That's mean. Oh, that's so fucked. There's also just a lot of environmental details to keep an eye out for. Oh, hi. All right. Weird. Teaches you how to move corpses. I don't know why I was expecting that to have something hidden behind it. I know that one of these does, I think. Oh, hello. What's over here? A bunch of food. I would not eat that. You just find a chaos emerald under there, as you do, as one does. Ooh, that music. Oh, this is an amulet. Oh, yes it is.
Yeah, screw that. That's too
I like
far.
that word.
I don't want to catch the plane.
We should play Baldur's Gate. It has nothing to do with the word amulet, I swear, I swear, I swear. And a crank, and a crank, and a crank, crank, crank. All right.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The assassin responsible for the murder.
So here's a cool note. It's one of those weird things that you would never figure out. That guy who's talking right now. You can find that guy. I think he's actually related to the non-lethal option for the Lord Regent. We'll find out when we get to it. But either way, you can find that guy. And when you find him, you can kill him, as one does. And when you do, he gets replaced with a new propaganda officer. And the new propaganda officer is fucking Carrie Fisher. Because this game just had like a legitimately insane voice cast. Callista is, I believe, Lena Headey, who is Cersei Lannister. Brad Dourif is in here. Yeah, the voice acting list for this game is fucking insane. So that's that. Yeah, Carrie Fisher is in the game, and in a way that you might like. Most people who are going for like some form of non-lethal playthrough will never see her or hear her, I guess. Okay, so we see a bunch of these tripwires. I'm trying to. Yeah, there we go. So I want to get onto that side. Ah! Oh, damn it. Can I? Yeah, thank you. So I want to get up here, see what this is. Yeah. Goody, goody, goodies. At this point, I'm just, like, the rest of the runs we're not going to. This is the only mission that I can, like, somewhat remember all of the stops for a coin run. Because I was curious about, like, oh, what are the stages for doing, like, 100% coin run for funsies? And then realizing what I was getting myself into and just going, like, this isn't fun. Why are you doing this? But just because I'm curious, I want to see if I can do it this way. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that is nasty. All right, to read. To the Lord Protector Greetings, Corvo, or should I say Lord Protector, as you were known before that title was wrongfully taken from you. We are servants of the Empire and of the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons, crafted for you of the finest materials in the Isles, and meet with our man Samuel near where the tunnel split into the Renhaven River. All haste and good luck, we share a common purpose. Square cans appeal to me. I understand that. There was a sugary gum you could get that were shaped like Band-Aids and came in like a metal tin. And I fucking loved them as a kid. Okay, so welcome to one of the most satisfying Yeah, one of the most satisfying animations for unsheathing a weapon. Okay, we're so. I think I am. I could feel it in my heart that I can almost do the 100% coin run. Keep sleep darts on for now. Oh, this is where the tutorial is supposed to come up for sliding. Jelly, in case if Jelly safe. Jelly share, in case you're too daft to remember, look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey, got it? If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, come back for next month. I wonder what it is. I believe it's 451 because that was 0451 or 451 was the code for the parking garage at Arcane Studios, which is why it is the first safe in like every single one of these games. Same thing for Prey, same thing for, yeah. Same thing for this. I can hear my cats scratching at the door because they think that they get an extra food. As if the society doesn't have rules for a good goddamn reason. Whoa, no! No! They need to learn that if they are gonna scratch like that, they're going to get cuddled.
What if no one from the squad is around? And try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can. Bastard.
Imagine if the rat plague was just a swarm of cats. That's not that far, though.
Sounds like a dead leaper in here.
Because, like, these rats are described as, like, absolutely insane in terms of the rat catchers can't catch. Whoa. Oh, caught him. Rat catchers can't seem to catch him or catch up with them. They can get away from you. They just won't fucking die. So to my like from my experience, that is whoa no.
I heard that joke.
Oh hi gentlemen.
Probably rats.
Yeah, it's rats. Rats.
Nasty furry filth. I know you're somewhere around.
Oh, I knew it. All right. Well, if I get detected, y'all are getting killed.
Fall down. Take it.
Sorry, gentlemen. It's nothing personnel. Yoink. Shouldn't have looked. It's honestly freeing. It's the freeing of like, oh yeah, we don't have to do it. We just, the thing that's actually going to be harder for us to do this entire playthrough is not accidentally consuming runes and therefore negating the entire effect of the playthrough. That was entirely also on the fact that like I've been playing these challenge runs either on easy or I've never not crouched. I feel like legitimately weird running around. Also, yeah, there's a squatter's house up here, so I just wanted to take a look-sees and see what's in here. Yeah. Oh, Dead Hermit's Note. It's here by the Wren Haven. I'll make my last home. It stinks to the void, but my grandmom's hagfish stew will drive the odor away. I remember sailing out on this river to the great ocean, that vast, blinding light. Then the blue water. It was a tender 15, and our nets were always full to bursting. Full to bursting is a term I only hear in another context. The old days before everything went to shit. Anyway it goes. It's either the boots of the watch against my skull, the teeth of the rats on my bones, or the troubles of the plague all over my skin. Don't matter none to me. Oh, I feel that. There's a really good document somewhere that talks about how my dreams have been ground by this world and this industry. And I can understand that. I'm doing the look at full to bursting. Oh, you know. Gotta get the poison out, man. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna get 100% coins on accident. think we're also going to do this mission and then all the plot stuff that happens at the pub, and then I might be done-ish, not like kind of early tonight, just because I kind of would just want to have a chill night. Oh god.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody.
I appreciate the temporarily.
Corvo, over here.
Samuel, you're my one of my favorite
Samuel.
characters. Oh,
And I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I could still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
wait here. I need a moment.
Look around if you need. I'll be here.
There we go. What? No, give me the. Yeah. It's just a hidden chest that has some stuff in it. Oh, I hate those fish. They're terrifying. All right.
Get in. We've got a hot meal and a
Yeah, no,
warm
I was
bed
just looking.
waiting
It's a
for
crowfoot reticule. It totally is. All right, let's go. It makes a lot of sense when you start getting the combat style of like blinking somewhere and like landing. Oh, was I like 18 coins away? Blinking somewhere and then like landing on top of someone to do an assassination. You feel like a crow dive bombing someone. Our hidden allies, hidden in an old bar on the river. Your new allies have plans to share with you. Meet with the Loyalists' inner circle to learn what they've got in mind. I love Samuel so much.
This is the Hound Pits pub, closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing.
Yeah.
Of course, if anyone
I love the
finds out
tower.
what we're up to, the watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the
Yeah, it
city
is
apart.
Piss River. The Hound
Take you up
Pit's
to
a
meet
great name
Admiral
for a
Adler
pub.
and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
Okay, Samuel Beechworth.
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress.
Chat, destroy that guy. My favorite part is the remove that space part of the message not being removed because they don't know what they're doing. I'll never forget meeting a person who like does that for Final Fantasy 14, where they just like hop server to server to server and just post like the buy gold here links. And like it was so interesting to hear their explanation for why they do it, and it'd just be such a like Stockholm syndrome kind of thing, that not Stockholm syndrome. I apologize, sunk cost fallacy kind of thing. Kind of reminds me of talking to someone who is like losing their shit because they lost like $20 to this thing where you pay, or like that you get paid to watch ads, and I was just like, well, what point did you think that wasn't a scam? So, okay, so we're gonna ignore the actual objective, but hello.
Welcome to the Hound Pit Pub, sir. How may I help?
Hello, sir. I am Wallace, and this is Cecilia. We have been informed of your arrival and will do our best to stay out of your way while you conduct your business.
Yes, Lydia's a servant here as well.
I love Cecilia.
The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress. But something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right. Admiral Havelock made it very clear that we aren't to carry lamps outside.
Wonder why.
Maybe you haven't seen much of it, but the city has changed a great deal after the Empress died. Since the Lord Regent took over, the city watch is best avoided. Most people try not to go outside at all. I can't leave the pub. I have nowhere to go anyway. My apartment was in the flooded district.
That's awkward. You know, that actually makes me wonder if you can visit her apartment. Not that we're gonna go to the flooded district or anything. It's very funny to just know exactly where the coins are, and I don't even need them. All right. The reason that I came out here, actually, this has nothing to do with running around and grabbing the items. There's a unique interaction you can only get if you do this right
Attention
now.
all citizens.
Can I grab it
Curfew
now?
extends
Does it let
from
me do it here?
sundown to sunrise unless you are otherwise
Alright, can't do it here.
authorized. Violators will...
It's a unique way of introducing yourself to a character that you can only get if you do it right now. Does it let me do this from here? Yeah. Ah, damn. Alright, that's fine. I like that you can hear Piero working in his workshop even though you're not allowed in. Just trying to funnel, and I will not be funneled. Ooh, hello, map. Mysteries of Pandicea, excerpt from a book on the far continent Pandicea. At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pandician continent as a place of wonder, where all life is intertwined and blossomed across aeons, producing a vibrant ecology unrivaled in the civilized world. The overseers from the Abbey of the Evermen, by contrast, talk of horror and heresies, of cults and submen engaged in brutal and perverse rituals. The few who have traversed to the far continent and come back to the Isles, those who have actually touched the soil there, have returned with notes that describe vast deserts and deep jungles and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once in a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there in hopes of this someday growing into a port city to rival Dunwall itself, but to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure. Well, that's not great. Yeah, no, every description of Pandicea you find is a new level of, like, horrible. Yeah, Pandicea, I believe, means... it's along the things like Pandemonium means all demons. Pandicea means, like, all abyss or something like that. Okay, nothing else over here. Yeah, oh yeah, you can do it over here. Go over here, go over here. And then lets me go up here. Now I can technically break the glass to let me in. That's not what we were doing.
The Weeper count
Blood
for
from
the
the
month
eyes.
of
That is
Siege
so
has
the
increased.
Skaven symbol.
The Lord Regent has decreed
Or doing that whale oil.
remain in effect
Yeah,
until the month
because if
of
we
rain.
grab that whale oil
Stay alert
and then land
stay
here,
loyal.
Oh my, you startled me. Ah, you could only
she
be
has it
Corvo.
so bad for me.
I suppose you're practicing for your, well, your job. You're much younger than I expected. Do
Lydia
make
is my
yourself at
favorite.
home. Terrible you got blamed for the death of the Empress. Rest her spirit. I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a bit romantic, though, isn't it?
Happy Valentine's Day.
I used to be the hostess here. Oh, I could tell you stories about that, believe me. You can call on Cecilia for the more menial tasks. It's what she's suited for.
That's so rude. I wouldn't say that
I
about
hope the
someone.
bed's to your liking. Let me know if you have trouble sleeping.
Nice to know. That's what I say to
River traffic is forbidden
oh, that
from
key is going to
landing
be
in
an
the
item I can
distillery.
take. Let me buy!
Due to risk of infectious contact,
Okay.
violators will be taken to the flood.
Litany on the White Cliff, excerpt from a series of Overseer invocations by Higher Overseer Abram Templeton. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes and to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, to the foggy gray wastes of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way, and to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes and far places, we will strike them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt.
For
Yeah,
treatment
y'all are
and
not the good guys.
rehabilitation.
Okay. Overseer's not great. They have one really cool thing about their characterization that I want to get to. And we'll get to it, I believe, in the next bit. Oh, wait. Oh, haha. Next mission. I'm trying not to do this constantly grabbing everything thing and make the playthrough take 5 times as long, but it's really hard not to. A Gaffer's Tale Volume 2, tale from the travel journal of a whaler in his final years. A Gaffer's Volume 2, Tales Volume 2, or a Gaffer's Final Passage. After more than a quarter of a century, I am done with whaling, too broken to continue. I've seen all the corners of the Isles and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime, but it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. Fair young empress she was, but slain so young. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of the known world and sailed in the loneliest waters you can imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandicea. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek, and singing among the waves under the moonlight. only to be speared by ugly, weather-scarred men who'd knife each other for a good pair of boots. Each year I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the Lord Regent, the Crooked Barrister, I was 100 miles east of Morley, gaff hand frozen from the sleet as we tracked the first bull whale that we'd seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, it's because this industry has taken away my dreams. The world has beaten me. That's it. That's the quote I was thinking about. Young Prince of Tivia, excerpt from a theater play. Lord Nathan Bale, shaking with outrage. How dare you, sir, clothed in my very home? I should hand you over to the watch, depraved Tivian. Sir Calasar, moving closer. That's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she has gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone. Lord Nathan Bale, stammering, studying the old younger man before him. What are you doing? Leave this house. Go back to your frozen wasteland, pale rascal. Prince Calasar, smiling coyly, reaching out. No need for anger between us, Lord Bale. Is it so wrong? Bale! Sorry, is it so wrong for me to be here? As I prove it, I've developed an affinity for you and your family. Nathan Bale! Gasping. Oh my, Calasar, your skin is so warm, it burns. I like that that's the jacking off material in the bathroom. The Shadow on Bitterleaf, an excerpt from a longer work of fiction. Fighting my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns, knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer until she turned her blank face towards me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and now it is your turn to be mended. Happy Valentine's Day! Alright, okay, onward. It was Harpooner Song! What do we do with the drunken whaler? Okay, I'm gonna leave that there and not read it because we're gonna actually hear someone sing that later on. Oh, hello, coin. I was gonna say, I think this is this is Havelock's room.
House or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest.
Gaffer's Tale Volume 1, excerpt from the travel journal of a young whaler. Gaffer's early adventures. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood. Leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we had always known, we boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream. Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I'd ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew, and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beast up close. Nothing can ever fire my spirit so, as the wind and pounding waves racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. Ooh, I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark in me on me so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned. Tanned and sinewy with muscle and weather creases already wrinkling the corners of my eyes, but she could see that I was filled with joy having found my purpose. Oh, that's not going to end well. Money. Admiralty and the Fleet. Book on naval history. While each of the isles has some form of naval fleet, none of it is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol, hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing, even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the most powerful warehouse companies such as the Greaves Whaling House, we'll come to that later. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city.
They will be taken to the flooded
not the good guys. Havelock Entry 1. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge? And if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him an odds of 1 in 5. Bro.
Log entry 1-4. It seems we've moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. Former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the station location. Pendleton's voting block and my military connection.
Ooh.
All we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner.
Project lethal force.
Inaccessible. To the point, we need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Corvo is more than capable of that, I have no doubt. And Bob.
I'm pretty sure at some point we find...
Switch. Where the hell is
Yeah, at some point we find that he threw this in the lake because he was annoyed that he couldn't figure out how to work it.